And then go ahead, Kadeem, then Channing.
Hey, Kadeem.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How's life out there?
Good. It's good. Yeah, I've been.
And I saw some pictures of the smoke coming down out there on the East Coast. Like it was like orange. It was the bizarrest thing. I hope you weren't in the middle of all that.
My gosh, insane.
Yeah, it looked insane. It
Yeah,
looked like it was like an apocalyptic movie that was being shot, you know?
for sure. I'm like, oh, it's happening. It's happening.
No
I'm getting
joke.
that. Yeah. So yeah. No, thank you for always offering this and being so generous.
Oh, my pleasure.
I guess for me, I would say, I'm looking more in regards to like more, I guess, prosperity, financial healing. I feel like I've
Sure.
done the Kira Shakti, I've done the genies, I've done cleaning blockages. I feel like I've done all these things, and I'm like, what is it that I'm missing? Because I still feel
So tell me how things are going and what kind of problems kind of arise.
I would say it's a mixture of different things. So I know that it could be the fact where it's like, oh, this potential opportunity might come up or I might get close to something, and then all of a sudden it goes away. So for example, I had an opportunity to do some work like choreographing some stuff for Lady Gaga. Like I got really close, like the last round,
Mhm.
like went away. There's like other stuff, like I might have certain gigs that I might do in regards to arts or wellness-based things, and then it might be there, and all of a sudden the organization runs out of money, then it goes away. I know, for example, like in May was quite interesting because there were a few other things that were like things were promised to me, like certain gigs. Yeah, we're gonna give you some extra money. We have this, we have that, and then nothing came in. I actually in May even moved from the place I was at and was expecting to get my security deposit back, but the landlord pretty much said no and gave all these reasons as to why they did not, which I was like, this doesn't make sense. I could sue you, but we're not going to pursue this. So I'm like, I feel like there's, I don't know, something else that maybe some things from happening. So I'm curious as to what that could be.
Well, I mean, some of what you're explaining is just it's a chaotic thing out there in the world, but still being able to put yourself in the right place at the right time, I think is what you're shooting for.
Right.
Let me just think this out for a second here.
Thank you.
Okay, so so there's like different in this realm, there's different things that can happen or processes. And it's not like, oh, we do one or we do the other. Some we do really well, but there is a few that is harder for everybody, right? And sometimes when you get good at it, you get kind of to be like, hey, I'm the go-to guy in this situation because it's a skill set that very few people have. But a lot of times we're reacting to, like you said, like there's opportunities, there's situations, there's things going on, and you're kind of reacting to it. You know, that's the way most people would generate prosperity. Like there has to be opportunities to be able to generate something. A deeper level is bringing something forth, like bringing something forth from the inner world. So there's two pieces to that, and they're a little bit more difficult to treat, but if you get good at treating it, it becomes like a thing where you can really kind of make things happen even when it doesn't look like it's going to happen, right? And I think that's kind of what you're looking for. Like, because you have all these opportunities, yes, there's competition, but somebody has to get chosen, somebody has to win. Why not it be you, right? And so there's this aspect of you're bringing something forth from the inner world, and you know some of it's tied to the crown and the forehead, but the big piece is the ajna between the eyebrows.
Okay.
And the lower nature, our physiology, our lower emotions kind of resist that because it's very displacing to the things we already have in motion or the order that we've already established. So if you are able to do that, right, even if you bring it forth, it's this weird thing where you almost generate a kind of trauma. And it's not like, oh, this person did this and hurt my feelings or hit me or took something away. It's you're bringing something forth and you're kind of rearranging the order and the things that you have going, your perceptions, to the point where your physiology almost feels like it takes a little bit of a punch. Not that you get disoriented, but it's you're changing the perception of your physiology of the lower emotions, the lower mind. And it's a little bit traumatizing because it's not what it thought was going to happen. And so usually what I do to treat this is you can, if you have some saffron, like putting saffron here is helpful for that. If you don't have saffron, ambret actually works just as well. If you don't have that, sandalwood can be a replacement. Like, you know, and just every day you would put some there. But what's going to happen is the basic chakra is going to be impacted by the trauma. So I would use something like helichrysum and or do healing on the basic, but specific to trauma. But I'd almost do it like daily, like just because you're trying to bring these things forth that are not just reactions to opportunities, but you're trying to make something happen that maybe is not even there. And so I already see you have some trauma in your basic already, which means you're already kind of in process of doing this. I would just say, if you engage this, it will make the trauma worse. And so if you clean it up, you just kind of like bring it in, clean it up, reboot, bring it in, clean it up, reboot. And it just becomes like drinking a glass of water. Like it just becomes like this non-reactive like thing that you can do. And so I would put something here every day. And if you're thinking about a process, whatever oil that you're using here, think of your projects and inhale with your awareness there. Like first think of the project, then go to the ajna, and then think of your project, then go to the ajna, and just keep going back and forth, right? And then at some point, I mean, if you want to make it stronger, do the ajna, the back head, and then the sides of your head. But at first, maybe just the ajna. And then after that, inhale the helichrysum on the basic chakra for like maybe 25 inhalations. And then I'd call that good.
Got it.
If you want to do a deep cleanse of the basic chakra for the trauma, it's the arms and legs and the organs of blood purification are one of the ways that you make the basic chakra like more flexible. Or if the basic chakra is getting really backed up, you look at the arms and the legs and the organs of blood purification. They're all extensions of the basic chakra. So like when you really want to slip something into the basic chakra, you open up the arms and legs, you open up the organs of blood purification, and it just kind of drops in. And so you could do those spots as well with the helichrysum. You could also do it with healing though.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I guess with healing, you would just
Electric violet. Form the intention of trauma, clean all those same spots with electric violet. Yeah.
okay. Even the basic with the electric violet too?
Yeah, you don't want to do it very much there, but you do need to clean off trauma. So the way that I do it there is I go back and forth between green, electric violet, green, electric violet, green, electric violet. You don't want to do it too much because you can overactivate Kundalini energy that way, but you just got to scrape that trauma off real quick. Like it will probably take you 30 or 45 seconds. Like it won't be very long.
Got it. Okay.
I like to use the helichrysum just because it's a bit more stable and I feel like I can go deeper. But
Okay.
if you're doing it with energy work as well,
Mhm.
you know, might as well, know both ways.
Right. Got it. Okay. Thank you so
And
much.
didn't you get some bowls like the singing bowls?
I did. Yeah, I did.
So you could tone the bowl, and then after it makes the sound, just keep your awareness on the basic chakra. It'll just flush it right out.
Okay.
Like the thing with the bells and the bowls, it's for flushing things out.
Got it. Great.
Yeah,
Great.
do that, be it spinning or tapping it, get some sound going, stop, close your eyes, put your awareness on the basic, and you don't even have to visualize anything in particular. Just keep your awareness on the basic. It will move, it will happen.
Got it. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Let me know how that goes.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah.